Going to be a fun series. Already a fun series here against the Dodgers. Joey playing a big role for Los Angeles right now over at first base with the absence of Freddie Freeman. He'll swing and miss to make it 0-2.
A long time ago, all the way back when he was with Toronto. That was something that,
on a bigger workload as well, considering all the injuries. Will stand in and takes with Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman, a few other guys as well. One's rocketed to center, and Blade will move on to
3/5 of a rotation there. The combined games lost over 1,200 to the IL stints. More than anybody. You can see there's guys that is really sort of taking on the plug-and-play role right now.
Got a very good defensive center fielder in Kevin Kiermaier, but a much quicker inning for Joey Estes. 1, 2, 3, in fact. Two of the great ambassadors of the game, and his son Maximus fighting a case of this young, wonderful boy can continue to get healthier and healthier because game of baseball, but he loves his boys more than anything, even life itself.
Well, there's no doubt that his team do wish Freddie and his entire family well.
Two to nothing Los Angeles in the bottom of the second.
Well, and I think Seth Brown's a name that since July of 2022. Part of that recipe that got him to the big leagues, and that's his mindset, the mental fortitude.
Off with 2 outs. Have to imagine with Stone pace level of play. And Stone wins round 1 against Zach Geloff here in the second. 2-0. Dodgers lead 2-0 against the A's here early. Estes back to work. About 2 weeks prior, on July 10th. And I think there's a need at shortstop after Mookie Betts.
The confidence, you know, they're coming off a great month and the best month that we've had, like you said, in 2 years. So, you know, you're starting Butler. You can keep going, but it was nice to see the offense come alive last month.
Koch, typically a triple-headed, a 3-headed MVP monster at the top of this lineup. Well, there's no.
So 2 quick outs for Joey Estes. Both balls were hit hard to center field, but J.J. Bleday had. Well, the Dodgers are up 2 here in the bottom of the third. Max Schumann swings and misses.
This inning starting to shape up the way we have seen in the past with these two fellas hooking up. Schumann at
all in no strikes. Oh, no balls and 1 strike, excuse me. And he lays off this time.
You know, and you can see due in part to Gavin Stone taking a look at his arsenal, and obviously the Dodgers is
another foul ball. Now it's J.J. Bleday with 2 on. He'll foul off the first pitch. He had third.
One Stone back to that change.
Stone mistake. He'll lay off of a hard changeup.
Well,
you can see the intent there. Fouls it straight back.
Up and left.
2-2, another foul ball. Bleday's fighting here in his second. 2-2. And a good take from Bleday.
I think
3-2 pitch. And J.J. swings and misses on a low changeup.
Opening for first pitch, excuse me. It's great to see those guys of left-hander Blake Snell.
Well, for Blake Snell, I don't think anybody.
I'll tell you, I would much rather have this than the 42.
And hot Los Angeles are happy to have a reprieve from the heat. But that ball just got scorched off the second deck, and Shea Langeliers. How about a leadoff home run? That's exactly what Shea Langeliers did, and now Gavin Stone.
See how he adjusts to the cage being rattled a little. Runs scored via the long ball for this club. Frequency that this club does, you got to find ways to get more guys on base simply for that reason. Feels like you give yourself
mentality. It has to be a bit of a break from everything else that's happened. Now this one's crushed to right. Hayward looks up. Brown has tied the game.
Told you to be on notice. There's been some damage. He has had a tough time keeping the opponent off the score.
What happens after this to a guy, and then Seth Brown pretty much says, well, this happens.
You leave these mistakes up. This is the big one.
Two big homers in the bottom of the fourth inning from Shea Langeliers and Seth Brown. It's now 2-2, and popped out to short when he left, and that has seemingly been erased after the 2 runs were scored by the A's. And Estes,
both those fellas with their names being mentioned, one, you get a guy like Darryl back, and you love that, because I think what and we were talking about Darryl Hernandez and what it means to get a guy like the role that he was going to be playing filled in very admirably. And when you talk about culture, teams that could do that, Darryl and Brett, a couple of guys really good in that sense of pulling for each other. Look at the young group, young core.
Talk to Lawrence Butler. Game is level at 2. Lawrence Butler and the A's crew come up in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, that's again another aggressive approach for Lawrence Butler early, making him hit your pitch. And I think that's why we've seen Stone just try to stay away from Lawrence Butler.
Watch some baseball then right here against the Dodgers on a beautiful Friday night.
Monster trucks, they'll be to the kickstand. So cute.
2 balls and no strikes, 2 on Duhar.
Through.
Line the other way, and that's fair down the right field line. Look at Lawrence run. He's going to round third and try to score. He will score. Here comes Andujar. Slides into third. Is drawn in. Blade 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
He was hoofing it.
2-0.